Eobard Thawne, a man that was once feared by everyone, and now he gets pushed around by teenage boys. Today, we'll talk about why Eobard turned into such a big meme by comparing him before versus now. So personally, I think one of the main reasons why everyone loved Eobard and why he was so strong back in the day was because he was always 2 steps ahead every time, meaning his actual IQ was much stronger back then. For example, let's look at the cicada situation. Eobard is stuck inside prison, right? And he's stuck there because of Cicada's dagger. It's strapped to his chest and it basically keeps him from using his powers. So how did Eobard get out of the situation? I'll explain. He manipulated Nora into destroying this satellite, and after this satellite was destroyed, it created Cicada, knowing that once Cicada was created, the Flash team would destroy Cicada and its dagger, the very same dagger holding Eobard in prison. Thanks to the Flash team destroying the dagger, Eobard Thawne escaped prison. All the hard work was done by the Flash team itself. You know how smart you have to be to conduct that whole thing? Oh my god. Moving on from the cicada situation, let's go all the way back in time into season 1. We find out in season 1, Eobard spent years and years making the Flash so the Flash could give Thawne enough speed to go back home. But guys, you don't understand. Every single thing he did was for an ulterior motive. He had a secret purpose for everything he did, and he always got his way every single time. And now let's compare his IQ then to now. Let's look at the most recent situation when the Still Force helped Thawne escape prison. As soon as Thawne escaped jail, I was totally expecting him to think of a high IQ plan to get away from the forces, right? Maybe he thinks of a way to make them turn on each other, or he stabs the Still Force in the back, gets help from the Flash, and then stabs the Flash in the back. You know what I'm saying? No, that didn't happen. Well, you want to know what happened? just watch this.
But if you think I'm gonna stand here and play your stupid game,
relax. We're not gonna hurt you.
I'm just gonna transform you.
No. For some reason, Eobard Thawne is blindly listening to whatever they want him to do. Whatever they want him to do, he'll do it. He has literally become their slave. He is doing whatever they ask. In the season 8 finale, you can literally see them force transform him so then he can turn into this navy blue suit, whatever. The point being, he's not doing anything for himself anymore. He's just listening. So right away, we can cross the first reason off the list, low IQ. Because let's be real, if Thawne had the high IQ he used to have, he would probably just backstab everybody here and then escape like he always does. But no, this time he just died. So... yay! Before we continue on to the next reason, which is dialogue, make sure you click subscribe right there. Make sure that button is clicked, okay? Because we're gonna hit 5K very soon. We're going fast, guys. We're going fast. So just make sure you're subscribed, okay? Mwah, love it. Now, the next reason of Thawne's downfall is dialogue. One of the main reasons we all found Thawne scary in the beginning was the way he talked and what he said. He used to talk in a very scary, low tone, and he'd say some very threatening, frightening words, you know? Take this scene, for example, and tell me you don't feel a little bit intimidated by this.
Why did you kill my mother? Because I hate you. Not you now. You years from now.
In the future.
In a future, yes. We're enemies, rivals, opposites, reverses of one another.
But if you watched the show recently, you can easily tell that he hasn't been able to say the same things or talk the same. The way he talks now is very, what's the word? Emotional. If you really pay attention in the earlier seasons, you can see Eobard talks with a purpose. He says what needs to be said, but he never gives elaboration. And for the most part, he talks pretty emotionlessly. But now I want you guys to watch this scene right here.
There are no other tricks up my sleeve. You took everything from me.
You took everything from me. Old man, shut the hell up, man. Damn. Now you tell me, does that sound like our old Eobard Thawne? No. In the earlier seasons, you'd never see Eobard crying about something. If he had a problem, he'd sit down, figure out a way to solve it, and just solve it. That's it. Execute, solve, execute, solve, execute, solve. That's it. And I get it, he's stuck in jail, he might be grieving, blah blah, but it's so out of character for him to just sit there and cry about something. On top of that, whenever Thawne would win against Barry, he'd never really show off. He'd never scream or do anything hyper. He'd be more like this. Like I said before, Barry, I'm always 2 steps ahead. He'd always give a few cool one-liners and then leave. That's it. So tell me why Thawne is doing this after he beats Barry in season 8.
I've won. I finally won. Who's faster now?
Thawne, sweetie, this isn't you, okay? This isn't you. No. But going back to the Eobard crying situation, something he should be crying about is the way he looks now. Because the third reason of why Thawne is de-evolving is suit design. You guys saw how I transitioned that? Cool, right? Yeah? I am such a loser. Wow. When you first saw Eobard Thawne in season 1, season 2 in his yellow suit, what did you think? I personally thought scary, fits him good, looks good on him, he looks hot, he looks I mean, ignore the last 2. But yeah, I thought he looked very threatening. But just look at how the suits fit him now. Just as time goes on, aren't we supposed to go up in quality, go up in things? Why are we going there? Why are we going down there? If you just stare at the suit, technically it does look more high quality, but there's just something that's off about it. I generally can't tell what it is, but something about it just looks like bulky. Like his face looks bulky, just out of shape for the suit. But hey, I don't know. Maybe he's literally just getting fatter. Maybe he's just getting overweight, so it looks weird. Even the season 8 finale suit wasn't really that impressive. I personally just thought if you had 3 other forces combined with you, you'd look a little, cooler, but whatever. Now, what this suit does for us is it kind of makes us think less of him. I don't have the same respect of Eobard that wears this suit as the same Eobard that wore this suit. And respect is what keeps a fan engaged with the villain, right? But how do you expect me to respect someone that looks like this? Like, how am I supposed to side with him? I don't even root for him anymore. So far, the man we used to love, Eobard Thawne, talks worse, dresses worse, and has lower IQ. Now, this next thing that's ruining Eobard Thawne's legacy is not really him itself, but his role in The Flash. Eobard Thawne is being overly used in the show. Pretend I am the show Flash, and this is Eobard Thawne, right? They're shoving Eobard Thawne into the show overly. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, it's a little bit our fault. Around season 6-ish, everybody, and I mean everybody, was begging for Eobard Thawne to come back. We needed something back, right? The show was dying off, the villains were getting boring, we needed some sort of thrill. CW took notice of that, and they're like, okay, let's not bring him back for a couple episodes, let's just bring him back repeatedly over and over and over and over and over. But here's the thing, if you bring somebody back in a boring way over and over and over, we stop caring. I don't care anymore. Season 7, they bring him back, he does a lightsaber fight. Season 8 finale, they bring him back, he throws tentacles out of his body. Just saying that out loud just makes you really realize what is going on in the show right now. Like, I can guarantee 99.9% of us would be happy if they brought original Eobard Thawne back, right? Like season 1, season 2 him back. Even if they brought him back for every single episode, we would enjoy that Eobard. But they've brought back this stupid weird version of Eobard that nobody really likes, and now they're just throwing him in our face repeatedly. So concluding the 4th reason of Eobard's downfall, let's look at the 5th and final main reason. Stupid powers. Close your eyes and listen to this next part, okay? Imagine you're laying down in bed, you're watching season 1, episode 17 of The Flash, a really OG season Flash. You're cuddled up nicely in your bed, I'm petting you like this, okay, maybe not that part. You're watching Thawne go at it against the Flash, right? They're throwing lightning bolts at each other, everything's going good, and out of nowhere, Thawne throws a tentacle out of his back. How would you react? Shh, it's okay, don't worry, I'll answer for you, okay? You'd be creeped out. You'd be creeped out, man. This whole goes back to, like, our respect of the villain. We respected Thawne because he was devious, he was smart, he was, like, crazy fun. It was cool, right? Why would we respect a tentacle thrower? Why would we do that? When the CW brought Thawne back, they should have realized we loved him for the OG him, right? So don't change the way he is. We loved his traditional powers. We loved his speed mirages. We love him outthinking everybody. We loved that. So taking what he's good at and changing it into lightsabers, throwing tentacles, ew, ew. You guys are ruining a character I love, man. What are you doing, huh? All I want is one character to be good. You ruined everybody else. Just give me Thawne. But going back to my point, seeing Eobard using all these stupid powers makes us lose respect for him, which is why in our minds he has downgraded a lot. He is not the same Eobard we used to love. And guys, I understand the reason he threw the tentacle is because he absorbed the power from another force. But the point is, he shouldn't be throwing tentacles at all. He shouldn't be doing it at all. The CW has taken a serious, intelligent man, and in 8 seasons has turned him into an emotional, chubby, laughable man. Just please subscribe so we can beat the CW, and then we can make our own show called the Eobard Thawne. Yeah, and then we'll hire Tom Cavanna. One of you can be the writer, one of you can be the director, and we'll just make the show 20 times better. Yes. Oh, and don't worry, guys. In the show we make, there will definitely not be an Iris West.